my characters, I usually start out by sketching them out in pencil on a separate layer and then adding a layer over that and starting to color them in, which is what I'm doing now. I usually start with the face and go in with details such as the eyes, the nose, which is usually just a simple line, and the mouth, which in this case is also pretty simple. And I decided to make the eyes blue since I usually do a range of colors. It's usually either blue, green, or a variation of that. And at first I wasn't sure what this character should be, so I was just kind of winging it. But I decided to make it sort of like a queen. I named it Queen of Hearts. Just a random character I thought might be kind of cute. And so Queen of Hearts, I'm not sure. I think this is one of my favorite characters so far, just because I think it turned out really nicely, a lot how I thought I wanted it to look. I also just like the aesthetic of this character, and overall it just all came out looking really cute. And I gave her a cute pastel yellow dress that I kind of just pictured in my mind as kind of small, cute, maybe a bit of layers to it, and also just ruffled. And I definitely think it turned out the way I wanted it to. I also gave her puffy sleeves because why not? They definitely made it look more like a queen vibe. So yeah, I definitely like the way that turned out. Here I was just going in and adding a bit of shadows to the dress. I erased the shadow there and added one instead on the right arm. And afterwards, I went in and added more layers to the dress. And I decided to add sort of like an apron looking thing. I thought it looked cute, and I forgot to mention this before, but I named it the Queen of Hearts. However, in my mind, I pictured it slightly different. More like energetic, a bit cute, less like, the classic depiction of the Queen of Hearts, like mean, vicious, And so I did change that up a bit when I was designing this character. Since I am definitely far from perfect when it comes to drawing people, at this part, I drew the legs. However, I'm not great at drawing like full legs, I guess. I'm like slowly working my way through the body. Like at first I just drew like from the chest and up, but now I'm starting to draw from like the knees about and up, and then slowly I'm working my way down, which I think is fine because so far it seems to be working really well for me. And here I'm just going in, filling in blank spaces. Now I'm drawing her scepter, which I don't know. I kind of thought of this midway because I was like, maybe she should strike a pose, maybe with an object in her hand. And I was like, you know what? Why not give her a scepter? Every good villain or villainish character needs a scepter, right? So that is her scepter. I also gave her nail polish just because why not? Although at first it was black and I didn't like that, so I changed it to the blue, or the same blue as her eyes. Yeah. I also wasn't sure of the color of the scepter at first, but then I changed it to yellow to match more with her dress. We just have a lot of matching going on here, which I really like. After that, I added a yellow frame. As I do around all my characters, I add some sort of frame. I also added some hearts, just to emphasize that Queen of Hearts idea. And then just cleaned up the frame all that stuff. I mean, at this point, I was really happy with how it was looking. It was definitely starting to come together more, and it just overall had the vibe and the feeling I wanted it to have. At this point, I decided to add more details to the mouth, and to do this, I added some bubble gum because I thought it emphasized the Queen of Hearts' rebellious spirit. Normally, I don't do this with most of my characters, but I also decided to give her title and actually put it in the frame. And yeah. Right now, I'm just editing the shape and size of my character so that it fills the page. After that, I went in and fixed small imperfections like the thickness and color of the eyebrows. Went in and added some details like these little star pupils. After that, I was pretty much done, and this was my final product.